Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel today and checking out this video. I'm actually going to do a chop and chat. So this is going to be my first chop and chat. I did plan on doing this like face to face, but to be honest with you, I'm not feeling 100% today. I have a slight headache, so I just figured, you know what, at least I can just kind of be in my pajamas and be kind of lazy and just film it this way and just, you know, film my next one in person and do like a face-to-face because I feel like that would be a lot of fun. But I still had some wax that I wanted to chop. So I figured I would just film and I would answer some questions. So I did ask in my Instagram if anyone had any questions. So I do have a little list of questions, a little handful of questions. And I will go through quick right now what I do have to chop. So I pulled mostly small items, but then I did pull a couple of Rose Girls half pies. And I figured, you know, if I need more things to chop, like if I go through everything, like all of the little stuff first, and I still need more things to chop, I will get to those. But if I don't need those to chop just yet, I will save those for the next chop and chat. So let me just go through what I pulled here. So the first thing is this little muffin from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is pretzel milkshake. It's creamy vanilla ice cream, salty pretzel bits, and gooey chocolate drizzle. This is really delicious. It smells so good. I have this one, which I would like to get to melting at some point soon here, just because this one is definitely like a wintry vibe, like pine scent. Yeah, I would really like to get through this one. If I don't, obviously I'll just push it and save it for next holiday season, but I don't know. I figure it's still winter here. You know, where I live, it's cold, so I'm sure I'll probably pull this at some point coming up here. This one is Winter Wonderland. It's a refreshing blend of pine and mint. And then I have this one, which is a loaf from Salt Mountain Melts. This is Snow Globe. This is spearmint, icy peppermint, and buttermints. And then I have a little bitty loaf here. This is from L3. This is coffee bean and pretzel. I'm really excited to try that one. Speaking of pretzel, we have this souffle from Salt Mountain. This is sweet and salty. It's soft pretzel, sugar cookies, sweet buttery dough, and vanilla frosted cake. And then I have two little chunk muffins, or not chunk muffins, I'm sorry, chunk buns, little chunky buns from the Hufflepuff sampler. These are the last two that I have. This is Don't Cross Dreams Hufflepuff. And then we have sugared shortbread buttercream frosting Hufflepuff. So those are the items that I did pull. So we'll start with those items first. I'm trying to think. I didn't really pull a lot of wax that's like super soft, so some of them I might have to put in the microwave. I am in my kitchen filming, so my microwave is actually right next to me, so I might just have to pause a couple times to microwave a couple of items, but I'm hoping I won't have to. I might honestly just go with it, and if things happen to crumble, you know, so be it, I guess. We shall see. Well, fingers crossed everything runs smoothly, but I did pull in some tools. And anything that I'm able to link below, like things from like Amazon and stuff, I will link below. So this is the main tool I use to chop my wax. I'm pretty sure this is like a vegetable chopper or something. I forgot exactly what it's listed as, like on Amazon, but I did purchase one of these. I love this one. This one is probably my favorite. I actually enjoy like the crinkle kind of cut lines, so I usually use this one, and I just like the grip. It's a nice, like, comfortable style of chopper or cutter, whatever you want to call it. So I mostly use this one, but I do have a couple other ones in case I have smaller things. I have this one, which is pretty much a vegetable chopper. I'm pretty sure that's what it is listed as. I remember this one specifically was like a vegetable like cutter. So this one I know I definitely got off Amazon, and it's still like a crinkle style, and it's just a lot smaller, more like handheld kind of. And then I have this one, which is kind of, it's technically called a scraper. I got it actually at the Dollar Tree. So very affordable. If anyone's looking for, you know, something to chop their wax with, I recommend something like this. It doesn't break the bank, and it was from the Dollar Tree. So I use it to like scrape off my cutting board, but it's also just good for chopping. And this one gives like a smooth, clean line, where this stuff is like kind of like a crinkle style cutter, if you will. So I have these 3 tools to work with. I have a cutting board, and then obviously some paper towels. I have some wipes. I have a paper plate with me too. I don't know if, like I said, I'll need to microwave anything, but I do have that handy as well. So, yep, so that is everything. So let me just dig in and we'll start chopping and we'll answer some questions. So I think I'll start first with the ones from L3. I know these ones I do usually microwave a little bit, but I think I'm just gonna roll with it, and just, even if they crumble, it's okay. Like, I'm just gonna roll with it because it's just gonna get melted anyways. So these ones I normally, because they have like the chunks, I normally like just chop them like this way. If it was just a regular bunt, I would be flipping it over, but it's just kind of like uneven with the chunks, so I usually flip it over like that. So yeah, for this one I am going to use the smaller one. So let me get into the first question. So the first question is, how did you and your hubby meet? And it's really funny, actually. Me and my husband, we met online. Yeah, it's a little crumbly, but that's okay. So yeah, me and my husband, we met online. We actually met on Plenty of Fish. I don't know if everyone's aware of what Plenty of Fish is, but it's actually a like free dating website. And yeah, that wasn't chopped very well. That's okay. Yeah, so it was free, and I was new to the whole like dating online scene, so I was like, you know what, let me just start with like a free website. We'll go from there. I just, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, so that's kind of why I started off with that website. Yeah, so long story short, we basically just kind of started talking on Plenty of Fish, and then we did exchange numbers within a couple of days. And I just could tell, we talked for like when we first started talking, we would talk like all night long. Like, he works overnights. And I remember like one of the first conversations we had, we were talking like all night long. Like, I literally stayed up and was talking to him. So I'm just going to dump this into this bag. And I might be out of frame, sorry. But yeah, so like I could just tell, I was like, he seems like a cool guy, we're chatting, we're, getting to know each other. He seems really nice. So we finally ended up going out on a date. It did take us a while to get to that point though. But he did ask me out on a date. We went to Texas Roadhouse, and he swooned me over some of the delicious rolls. And we had some Caesar salad, we had some steaks, all the yummy stuff, and we just hit it off. And then we, from there, just, kept talking and became a couple, and the rest is history. We are now married, and it's just crazy, and time has flown. We met in 2017. So yeah, it's just crazy how fast time flies. But yeah, we met online, which is pretty shocking, because that was like my first like online dating experience, and I happened to meet the man of my dreams on online dating. So yeah, so it worked out. So that was how me and my hubby, how we met each other. So I'm just going to pop this one in here as well. I know this is like super crumbly. Normally, like I said, I'll like microwave stuff and it'll be a lot like smoother of a chop, but because I'm filming, I just don't want to have to keep like pausing and just kind of like stopping and then restarting again. So I'm just going to be a little lazy today, and we're just going to chop as is. So I apologize if this type of chopping is driving anyone crazy, because I know it's not that smooth or clean of a chop as I normally would do it. But all right, so there's the buns. They're all set, so I'm excited because I'm happy to finally pull some of those in. I love her Hufflepuff. L3's Hufflepuff is like one of my favorites from L3, so I've been hoarding those, and I haven't really been inclined to pull them just because they're not chopped. So, all right, and actually, let me keep going with L3. So let me do the L3 loaf here, and that's my hair. So let me, actually, this one I am going to microwave just because I feel like her loaves can be, I don't know. I just prefer the loaves especially to be, and I normally don't keep the tin, so that I'll throw out, but I normally prefer these to be microwaved. So let me put this on a plate and I will get back to you guys in just a second. All right, guys, so that is microwaved. So the next question is, if you could only pick one wax melt for the rest of your life, which scent would it be? Ooh, that's a toughie. Huh. Yeah, that's really hard. Well, definitely I feel like it would be something bakery. I'm definitely a bakery wax girl. Like, that's just the type of wax that I lean more towards. Like, it's just always my go-to is a bakery. So I don't know, bakery or coffee? I would probably say bakery though. So probably like a strawberry pound cake, honestly, or I love a good like blueberry and zucchini bread scent. So either one of those, a strawberry pound cake or strawberry pound cake or a blueberry like cobbler or zucchini bread or something along those lines. I just love blueberry and strawberry. Those are like my all-time favorite like fruity bakery blends. So yeah, that would probably be, I don't know, it would be one or the other, but I love coffee wax as well. But I figure if I have to pick just one, I could at least drink a coffee while I'm melting other wax, you know? At least I can like sip some coffee while I have my blueberry or my strawberry. So I would probably say strawberry pound cake if I really had to choose just one. If I had to choose just one, strawberry pound cake. And I love strawberry pound cake from Ava's Country Cupboard. I enjoy it from Rose Girls. I've only mostly had it in Rose Girls like blends. I haven't had it by itself. But I also love it from L3. I have some L3 blends that have strawberry pound cake, and I love it. I feel like I'm not super picky. I kind of love a lot of strawberry pound cake blends, to be honest with you, or oils. So strawberry pound cake would probably be what I have to choose, but blueberry bakery would be a close second. So the next question is, what is in your Scentsy club? Oh my goodness. So I'm newer to Scentsy. Like, I just got into Scentsy in 2021, so it's definitely new to me. Look how stunning that is, by the way. And this one smells, oh my god, it smells so good. I've been so obsessed with pretzel, and that's like why I bought this one too from L3. I love coffee, and then I saw it with the pretzel, so I'm like, oh my god, like this one I'm so excited for. But this one too, I love it like a salty pretzel. I've realized I like a sweet pretzel too, like a cinnamon sugar pretzel, but I'm all about like a salty pretzel. Oh my god, and this smells so good. This is like making me hungry, but I'm just gonna take this out of the tin and I will dispose of the tin. Okay, yeah, so I'm new to Scentsy. I mean, I've gotten more familiar with it since I've been ordering. I think I got into Scentsy kind of like April or May of last year, I'd say. Actually, let me switch the paper towels. So yeah, so I'm newer to Scentsy, but I didn't have a club originally, but now I do have a club because there were certain scents that I found, mostly like in like the summer months and stuff, that I really did enjoy. But then I also knew that like fall was coming, and I knew that there was fall scents that people raved about that I thought I would probably want to get more of. So yeah, so I finally made a club. So I did literally, I wrote down what is in my club. Should I do it in the middle? I feel like I always struggle with souffles. I never know how to chop these. Woo! Wow. Okay, that one. This one I'm gonna heat up. hold on, guys. This one is a little rough here. Let me heat this up and I will come right back. Okay, let's try this one again. Yeah, I didn't think that that Salt Mountain had such hard wax, but apparently they do. So that was going to be such a brutal chop if I kept going, so I wanted to heat that up. So yeah, so I heated it up a little bit. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, we're just going to butcher this one. This is not turning out how I thought it would. All right. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sorry. I keep getting sidetracked. So my Scentsy Club. It's so funny. I started off with a few bars. You know, I thought, you know, this isn't that big a deal. Like, it's not that big. I don't think it's going to grow. And then fall hit, and I was like, oh my god, like my club is going to grow. So I did add some other ones, and then there was just a recent, like bring back my bar event, or it's actually still going on, and there's a couple that I added in there. So the ones I have in my club, I have Winterberry Apple Tea, which is just like a classic. I really enjoy that scent. I have a bar of it that I melted, I think, a couple cubes. And so I have a little bit of it left, but I've literally been hoarding it because I don't have anything, like I don't have any more of it. So I've been hoarding what I have because I do really love that scent. I just think it's a really pretty, like kind of like cozy, warm, like apple cranberry type of scent. It's just a really pretty scent. I love it. So I have that one in my club. I figure, you know, I might keep that one in there. I might take it out eventually, like once I get a decent amount like in my collection, but I have that one. I love it. The next one I have is Jack's Obsession. So there's that one. That was not a clean chop. Everyone was probably like cringing watching me chop that one, so I am sorry. But that, not my best chopping efforts there. But yeah, I have Jack's Obsession, which is mainly in my club because I do like the scent. I actually like it. It's like an apple cinnamon type of scent. I'm just a big Nightmare Before Christmas fan. And like people in my family, like my whole family grew up watching that movie, and it's been like a favorite of mine as like since I was a kid. And even like with my sisters and even like my nephews and my niece, they now love it. Like it's just been like a family movie that we grew up with. And so just having those bars and stuff, I definitely just wanted to keep one of them in my club, and Jack's Obsession was the one that I really kind of fell in love with. I thought it was a really pretty scent. So that one is in my club as well. How should I do this? I'm afraid to chop it like that last one I just did, because that was a hot mess. Oh my god, look how pretty. I forgot it was two colors. So I don't know, I'm like afraid. Let me heat this one up as well. All right. So yeah, so I just wanted to heat that one up. So the next thing I have in my club is Fluffy Fleece, which is a scent that came out with, oh my god, this one's falling apart as well. Okay, so I'm struggling with Salt Mountain today. I don't know what my problem is. Apparently I didn't heat it up enough, maybe. So Fluffy Fleece was part of like the bars, or like not the bars, I'm sorry, the bricks. They have like bricks of wax, and the Fluffy Fleece was one of the holiday scents they came out with. I never actually ordered a brick because, to be honest with you, I feel like that's kind of a lot of wax, and I just was like kind of like afraid of the commitment, because if I didn't like the scent, like I didn't know, you know, what was I gonna do with that much wax. It's like, I think they say it's like 5.5 bars worth of wax or something. So I decided to put one of them in my club. That was the only one out of the whole like round of bricks they came out with for the holidays that sounded good to me. And it's kind of like a fresh like laundry scent, I guess. So I did put a bar of that in my club just so I can try the bar, so I didn't have to commit to like a full brick of it. So I'm trying to get this to see if I can. Okay. So I have that one. I also have Wassail Wonderland, which is one that came out for like the Scents of the Season, I think is what it was called, that collection. And I really, really loved it. I only melted 1 bar of it, but I loved the scent, and I thought it would be a nice scent that I could melt kind of like any time of year. It's a very like citrusy type of scent, so I do enjoy that one. And then I also have Almond Croissant, because that one is apparently getting discontinued for right now. And with Scentsy, it's kind of hard to say, like, you know, like when items will be returning. So because of that, I put Almond Croissant in my club because I love that scent. It's like very authentic almond croissant. Like it smells like a bakery, but you get the almond. It's a really pretty scent, and I do enjoy it. And I'm just afraid it won't come back, I guess. So I'm just putting it in my club just to be safe. Whoops. I have Apple Butter Frosting, which is another like really pretty fall scent. I just like that scent in general. Like it's kind of like a vanilla based scent because it's like a frosting, but you get the like apple, like very subtle. It's like cinnamon. It's just so, so pretty. And it's a really good performer. So for like a vanilla scent, it's like one of the best performers I've tried and I love. So I put that one in my club. And then there's a few new ones that I feel like I might enjoy. So I did put those into my club just to try them because they are like bring back my bar scents that will go away at the end of January. So I put Bora Bora Blossom, which I don't know if I'm going to keep it, to be honest with you, but it's just in there. I'm going to have to do some research, see how it performs for people. Maybe like, yeah, just do some research, see how I feel. I don't know if I'm definitely going to get that one. My club is probably going to change before like the end of the month. So I have that one. I did put Scary Good in my club, which was a scent of the month for September, October, I forgot. But it was for last year, September or October of 2021. It was such a good scent. That scent reminds me, and actually it's funny, Lori Brown has said the same thing. It reminds her and myself, it reminds us of, what is that candle called? Oh, Pumpkin Carving from Bath and Body Works. And it literally smells just like that. Like, it might not be an exact dupe, but it's really, really close, and it smells so, so delicious. So I love that scent. So there's this loaf that did not chop that well. Apparently I'm struggling with Salt Mountain. Everything else has been somewhat okay with this chop and chap, but those have been a struggle. So my apologies. I have Thunderstorm, which is kind of like a spring floral, like aquatic type scent that I just ordered. I actually have some on hand, but I may or may not want more of it. And then there's Cherry Almond Pie that's also in my club. That one I just melted. Was it last week, I think? And it was delicious. And I'm now like new to cherry, like really getting into cherry scents, and I'm really surprised. I do enjoy it. So that one was a pleasant surprise. I have Sun Ripened Berry. If you guys watched my last, or not my last video, but one of my last videos featuring my husband, we were smelling some Scentsy Bring Back My Bar scents. He really liked the Sun Ripened Berry. So I decided to put that in my club because I figure it would probably be nice to get a couple more bars of that for him, or at least like one more, just something to tide us over for like the summer. It's a really pretty like summer, like fruity style scent. So that one is in my club. And then the last one I put in, I just figured it would be nice to have like one more bar of it. And it's Grape Granita, which is a new scent I just literally tried today, and I actually don't hate it. I rather like it, and I just figured it might be nice to have another bar of it. Maybe a couple more bars, but I also don't want my club to be like extremely overwhelming, and like I don't want to spend a buttload of money either. So I might have to go through that list and narrow it down narrow it down to some like really like high favorites that I definitely don't want to be without. So yeah, so that is what's in my club currently. It's subject to change. It probably will change at some point here soon, but currently as I'm filming, that is what's in my club. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite vacation you ever went on? And for me, I already know the answer. That one is easy. It would have to be when my fiance and I and some of his family members, we went down to Nashville, Tennessee. This was in 2016. Oh, not 2016. Oh my God. 2019. I don't know why I just said that. 2019. 2016. I didn't even know him. So 2019. Sorry. In 2019, we went to Nashville, Tennessee, and we got like, oh, wow, this one's a lot easier to chop. Okay, so we went to Nashville, Tennessee. It was amazing. I love country music. I don't know if anyone knew that about me, but I'm a big country music fan, and I grew up with country, so that's why. But his family is also big into country, so that's just like something we automatically like connected on, and it's just, you know, it's been awesome. We always try to like go to concerts and stuff, but we ended up going to Nashville, and that is where my husband proposed to me. We went to see the Grand Ole Opry. It was the same day we got engaged. It's just such a memorable trip. I will never forget it. And it was just so much fun. We got to see the Country Music Hall of Fame, and just we went to like all the, I think it's a street called Broadway, I think is what it's called. I could be wrong, but it's like just a street that has a bunch of like bars and shops, and like it's just such a busy, exciting place. I don't know how else to describe it. It almost like the strip that we went on a few times, like to see like all the bars and restaurants and shops. It almost reminds me of like Times Square in a way, just like obviously a lot smaller, but it just gave me that vibe. Like there was just lights everywhere. There was people everywhere. It was just such a cool experience. And it's a place I had never been before. And just because we love like country music and we love the vibe, and then we got engaged, like it was just like, it was so memorable. So I will never forget it. So if you guys have not been to Nashville, Tennessee, I recommend. It was so much fun. And yeah, I would definitely go back there again. That's a place we have on our bucket list to go back to again. Just because, you know, it's just a special place now for us that we just have memories of, and being with his family. That was not smart of me. Oh my God, you guys. Normally I like scoop it on here and then like, yeah, there we go. Normally it's smoother. But that is my vacation that I loved, and it's, you know, my favorite. So Nashville, Tennessee is the answer to that question. So the next question is, what is a wax vendor you want to order from in the future, new or old? Let me just wipe off my cutting board quick, and I will be back in just a second. Okay, so what is, a wax vendor I want to order from in the near future, new or old? And I would have to say, whoops, this bag is snug. I would probably say, honestly, Sassy Girl Aroma. There's a couple more scents of hers I would like to try. Probably, though, like a big one would be Kay's. When I first started, like, ordering from vendor wax, I did some customs with Kay's. And I've just had, like, the urge to do some customs recently. but I've been trying to like be good this year and whatnot. So obviously like lately I haven't purchased a ton, which is for the best, honestly. I have plenty of wax. But down the road here soon, I definitely want to purchase from her again. I do love her like clamshells and trying out her single oils, but I also love just like all the options she has for customs, because she has so many scent oils. So it's so fun to just go on there, and like some days I'll catch myself and I'm just like browsing her oils just to see like what concoctions that I want to come up with down the road and like what customs I want to do. So yeah, I would definitely say Kay's, like hands down. I love her stuff. I love her customer service. I feel like her prices are really reasonable. So Kay's for sure. And then another one honestly would probably be Salt Mountain Melts, because I've only ordered one time. And I know how that shop works is a little bit different, just because I know she's only open I think for like an hour or two, and like you have to place your order at that time. Like it's kind of like a quick pre-order. It's not like you have a few days to like make up your mind. Like you really have to go in during that hour period and order what you want. So I wasn't always able to catch like her pre-orders, so I've only caught one so far. But I think like for like spring and summer, I think it would be fun to try some of her scents, because I know there's other ones that I've heard about that are really good. So probably those two, and like some Sassy Girl Aroma, honestly, just because I've only ordered a couple scents, but also there's some scents from her that I've heard are really good as well. So I have a little list going, but there's even like new vendors that I want to try. I really want to order from Destination Wax. I've heard so many good things about Destination Wax. And who else? Destination Wax. Oh, Waxidents. I've heard that they're really good. I'm trying to think of who else. I feel like I've made a list. I can't really think right now. But those are definitely two that are new vendors to me that I would like to try. I've had a couple of clamshells given to me in a D-stash that are from Destination Wax, but I haven't actually like made a purchase. So I really would like to make my own purchase and order from Destination Wax. So yeah, so those two would definitely be new vendors I want to try, but then obviously Kay's, Sassy Girl Aroma, and then Salt Mountain Melts are other vendors I would like to get more of and order from down the road here. So I do have a couple more questions, but I think I'm going to chop just one of the pies. And I know I'll probably do this one, because this one, to be honest with you, I have a plan to I have a plan to melt this soon. Like I really would like to melt it. So I'm just going to chop this one. I don't even know. I've never actually chopped a half pie before, but I'm assuming I'm going to probably microwave this, and yeah, it's going to make it so much easier if I microwave it. So I will microwave this really quick, and then we'll get to chopping and I'll answer the final questions. All right, so I microwaved the half pie. I'm hoping I did it long enough, but yeah, we'll just go with it. So the next question is, what are you currently binging on TV? So I feel like me and my husband, we don't really watch like a ton of TV. Like if we're watching anything, it's like Hulu or, here, I'm just going to go right down like this. Yeah. So usually we're watching like Hulu. This is going to be super crumbly. Yeah, like Hulu and stuff like that, like Netflix and all that. So, we actually have cable, but we don't really use the cable a lot, actually. I think we're going to like cancel our cable here soon, because we literally don't watch cable that much. But if we're watching anything, it's usually Catfish, the TV show, which is on MTV. We're like obsessed. So Catfish, I love that show. We also love like the Food Network. So we love watching like Beat Bobby Flay and like Guy's Grocery Games, Chopped. We've also recently been watching, it's called Next Level Chef, and it has, oh, what's his name? Gordon Ramsay. It's really good. We've been enjoying that show. And then we also have been watching That's My Jam. It's like Jimmy Fallon's like music show. It's hysterical. I love Jimmy Fallon. So those are the shows we've currently been like watching that we like every week we sit down and watch them together. Like we'll just be eating dinner and then we'll have those playing. So I would say those few shows, but there's nothing that like we totally like binge all the time. I think the only thing we last like binged was You, which is the Netflix series. We loved Bridgerton and we're excited for that new season to come out. So we're kind of into like a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. So yeah, so those are the shows that we like binge or we've been watching. And then the next question is, what are your least favorite food items, or what is your least favorite food or foods is what it says. I definitely am not a huge fan of tomatoes. That's just been something like since I was a little kid. I just haven't been a fan of tomatoes. I'll eat like salsa, I'll eat ketchup, I'll eat like pasta sauce, but I don't really care for tomatoes on their own. I don't know what it is. It's just not my favorite. So that's definitely one of them. I feel like I don't really have any other foods that I'm not really a fan of. I'm kind of not picky. That's just the only item really that stands out to me is tomatoes. Is anyone else with me? Does anyone else not like tomatoes, or is it just me? I know I'm not the only one, but in this community, does anyone else not like tomatoes? So the final question that I'll answer for today, especially since I'm almost done with this half pie and it's not looking too cute, but you know what? It's all right. We're just going to go with it. The last question is, if you weren't at your current job, what do you think you would be doing, or what would you want to be doing? So I don't know. People probably don't really even know. I've never really like fully, talked about it. I don't really talk about like my personal life too much. I mean, I've had my husband on my channel and stuff, but I don't think I've really gone into detail. But so for my day job, what I do, I am an administrative assistant, which honestly I feel like is kind of fitting because I'm very like organized as a person. I mainly got into wax because of the planning community. So I plan, like I have a planner, I plan out my days, I'm organized, I do lists, like I'm very organized in that sense where I like to keep track of a lot of things. So, me and my job, that's what I do. I keep track of a lot of, files, paperwork, spreadsheets. We do a lot of just a lot of documentation and like a lot of things behind the scenes. So the agency that I work for, we actually help individuals with developmental disabilities. So we help, basically just help assist individuals with disabilities, just help them get services, help them get housing, all of the above. We help them in many ways, and my job is basically like behind the scenes. So we have a lot of paperwork, a lot of spreadsheets, just a lot of things that keep us very busy. So my job is going nonstop. Like I'm always doing something, and you have to be very good at like multitasking, and you have to be organized. So I feel like my job is kind of fitting. So, and I actually don't mind my job. Like I really I don't mind the office setting. I like being, I mean, the only thing I don't like about it is being at a desk a lot. Like that's probably the one thing I wish I didn't have to deal with, is like being at a desk all day. But, what can you do? It's just part of, it comes with the job. But I just enjoy being able to be a part of my agency and helping with these people, and like, just being a part of that in some way. I know I'm not like out in the community with these individuals, but I'm still, I'm able to help and just be a part of it in a way. So if that makes sense. So if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now, I would still in a way want to be able to help people. That's just been something I've always loved. I love to be able to help people. And I've always thought about maybe being like a life coach or something. Mainly because like I myself have like certain struggles that I deal with. Like I have anxiety, you know what I mean? And things like that, and things I've dealt with. You know, like my parents got divorced, and there's just things that like I feel like, you know, that I've gone through, and I've, you know, sought help because of these things, just because it makes me feel better and it just helps me mentally. And like I feel like I would like to do that, like to be able to help people kind of in similar situations, like who might have anxiety, who might feel, you know, maybe down on themselves, or just feel, you know what I mean? Like anxiety is just very overwhelming, and it's just kind of scary. So I just want people to know that like they're not alone, and I'd want to just help people, you know, be better for themselves and just help them in any way that I can. So I've always thought of maybe being like a life coach or something. That's been something that I've definitely thought about. Another thing that I thought maybe I would be doing, and I've honestly been considering it, and I'm doing some research and stuff, but I would like to maybe open up a wax melt shop, but not even just for wax melts. I love candles. I love home fragrance. So I've just been like toying with the idea of just having like a little shop of some sort where I can share my love of home fragrance. And it's just something I love. It's just a passion that I've always had since I've been like a kid. Like my mom always had home fragrance, like candles, mostly candles. I didn't get into wax melts until I was older, but just like being surrounded by that, you know, that atmosphere of having like a candle going, and even now having like my wax going, like it's just something that comforts me. It's just like a nice hobby. I love it. And it's just become like a part of my life basically. So I've been contemplating, and I've, you know, been doing some research and stuff. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. I would like to though. I just don't want to like jump the gun and say too much, but it's just something that I've really been considering, and I think I'm going to do a ton more research and see what happens. I'm just really looking forward to, you know, the future and seeing where it might take me. But I just think it would be so fun to have like my own like little business and to connect with people who share the same, you know, love for home fragrance and stuff. So yeah, so that's just been something I've been thinking of, and I feel like that would be such a fun, just such a fun like passion and thing to do for myself, and I just think it would be great. So that's something I've been thinking about. But I think definitely like being a life coach or being involved in some way where I can help people, that is a big thing that I feel like I would be doing if I wasn't doing like the administrative work that I do currently. So that was like probably a long-winded answer, probably a lengthy ramble, but I hope that answered that question. And that was all of the questions. That was, oh boy, yeah, not my best chopping today, not gonna lie, but that is the half pie. But I'm happy it's chopped because now I can finally melt it. But I will save the next half pie for my next chop and chat. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is like so messy and like it was kind of a hot mess, so I apologize. This was my first chop and chat. You know, I'm new to doing this on camera. Normally, you know, people don't really see what I chop and it's not that big a deal, but it definitely wasn't as smooth as I thought it was going to go as far as chopping, but I'm still happy that I did this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys very soon in another video. Bye, guys.